How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be dealing with something that has been vexing me for quite some time, and that is the eyes.
Blast his eyes, blast his eyes!
Now, I've been playing around with different ideas for these for a while, been incrementally changing them with mixed success. Now I'm hoping to finally nail in this design, and this is going to be a little bit different, but I'm hoping I can show you guys a couple different variations, and then just get your opinions on it. But before we get started, there's been a lot of people who've asked how they can support us, so we will be setting up a Patreon in the near future. This will include a private Discord, it will include a lot of bonus content, like the soundtrack, tutorials for people who are interested in learning my process. Hopefully we'll be able to provide a lot of value to you guys, outside of just the normal videos on the channel. And if you'd like to support us, that's where you'll be able to do it. Okay, now back to the eyes. We absolutely have to beat the Five Nights at Freddy's allocations, because I can't have that.
You could have been lava bones.
But you can totally see how people are coming to that conclusion. It's those big old round pupils. Now, I've tried to compensate for it here and there by pulling in the eyelids. The trade-off, of course, is that they always look like they're squinting. Now, I think we can alleviate this if we take the sclera, turn it the same color as the iris, while simultaneously expanding the pupil so it's not quite so beady. Now, I think already this is helping a fair bit. The eyes don't look quite as wide, that pupil isn't quite as piercing, but there's still a couple other looks I want to try. The one thing I know is that I want the eyes to be mechanical, no like General Grievous eyes. And the thinking behind that is that I really like the idea that the biological component of their bodies is disconnected from the tactile plane. They rely on the mechanical parts for sight, for smell, for hearing, so there's a duality there. And in the same way that the mechanical parts of their body are useless without the will of the flesh is useless without the abilities of the mechanism. I mentioned in a previous video possibly taking a stab at the glowing eyes, like what you see in the Miramax movies. So if I incorporate that into the model, we get something like this, which I think works, but I'm a little bit worried that we're losing some of the expressiveness and the character that you get with the round eyes. So let me know what you guys think about this. Moving on to a different look, I think the most successful version I've had of these eyes so far has been on Aniwa. So I want to lift those directly from that model and put them into Takua. What makes these eyes distinct is that they maintain a white sclera, like a human eye. I think this could result in them looking a little bit uncanny at times, but I do like how expressive these eyes are. So there's one more thing I want to try, and that is to combine these two methodologies. Take the shining light from the Miramax versions, but put it in the form of a circular ring, kind of like the shape of the iris. I'm not quite sure what I feel about this one, but I kind of just want to add it in there as an experiment. Alright, here are our contenders. Let me know what you guys think, which ones you like, which ones you don't. I really have found the comments and the criticisms incredibly helpful. And as far as I'm concerned, none of these designs are really set in stone until we get to episode 1 of our web series, which, just to reiterate, is going to be a prequel series of videos about 5 to 10 minutes in length, following Takua as he travels the island of Matanui after his exile from Takoro. All of this leads up to and sets the stage for our longer form script for Year 1 of Bionicle. I hope we can get to that eventually, but that really just depends on if we run into any legal troubles with it. And don't worry, if we do, we're going to keep you guys informed. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.